Hello everyone. Today I'm going to work with you all to make this card. I got this idea from Jill Olson with stampingjill.com. She also has a YouTube channel called Stampin' Jill, and I got the pattern from her. I changed my colors, added different elements, and I really love this card. So this is a sympathy card. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so the materials you're going to need will be 4 pieces of Whisper White cut at 1 5/8 by 1 5/8, a piece of basic black cut at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, a piece of Tempting Turquoise cut at 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, another piece of basic black cut at 5 by 5, another piece of Whisper White cut at 10 1/2 by 5 1/4 and scored at 5 1/4. This is Tempting Turquoise and Basic Black cut out of my triple layer Blossoms Bouquet punch. And for this piece I used this particular frame, this cutout, this punch. For this piece, the black, basic black, I used this one. I used Marvy Yukata, a Marvy Yukata punch, because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have this size scalloped oval. So this is the one I used, but I'm sure that you could get the scalloped oval from Stampin' Up! It'll be bigger, but I think it'll work on the page fine, because it may overhang a little bit from the 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 Whisper White piece, but I think it will work out pretty good. Alright, you'll make 4 of these. These are cut at 1/2 inch each, 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch squares of basic black, and you'll need 4 of those. You'll need one of these. This is a basic black, and it was cut from the Itty Bitty Shapes punch pack. The one that looks like a blossom flower. You'll need one of those. And you'll need 4 of these, also from the Itty Bitty punch pack, Itty Bitty Shapes punch pack, the circle. And those are Tempting Turquoise. To begin, we're going to take the 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 basic black cardstock, the 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 pieces of Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to adhere those down. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is, I also did not use Stampin' Up! Stamp for this particular image, because I just don't have one in my collection that I liked for this. Alright, so using the Marina Mist, Pacific Point, and Basic Black ink pads, you are going to ink up this stamp really well. So I just tapped it on. I tapped the Marina Mist on really well. I kind of saturated it. I'm going to do a little bit more just to make sure I got it all. So tap that one on all the way. Then use the Pacific Point and just do the rock and roll technique with that one. You don't want it all over the whole stamp. Okay. And then the basic black, tap it even, just rock and roll technique it even less than you did the Pacific Point. And it comes out like that. I think it's really soft and almost a little feathery, and I really love that. Alright, that's how those two look. Alright, I am using the with Sympathy stamp from the Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set. I'm going to get this real nice and saturated again in the Marina Mist. And then tap, tap, tap in the Pacific Point. And again, just tap the rock and roll method on the basic black. Alright, using the Pacific Point and the basic black, we're going to do sponge. We're going to sponge the edges of the scallop oval. Use the Pacific Point first. Now use the basic black ink. Okay. Looks like that. Glue that piece down. Now we're ready to assemble the blossom. And you're just going to put some glue on the edge of the outer border part. A little bit of glue in the center of the Tempting Turquoise. Fit it in there. Take the basic black itty bitty shapes punch that you punched out and stick it in the center. So using the Perfect Polka Dots embossing folder, run it through your Cuttlebug or your Big Shots. Alright, so it'll turn out like that. Take your 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 Tempting Turquoise cardstock, and you're going to apply your 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square basic black pieces. Okay. Right, and then you're going to take your itty bitty shapes, circle punches in the Tempting Turquoise. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is that minor little line of dots that's not really through anymore. Then you're going to glue the 5 by 5 basic black and the Tempting Turquoise together. Using some Versamark and the Thinking of You stamp from the Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set. Use some silver embossing powder. Your heat tool. And use your word window punch. Alright, so it is becoming obvious to me that I need to add some more memory or something, more space to my camera, because right around a half an hour it shuts off, and most times I don't know when it happens, or it actually just stops filming, but most times I don't know when it happens unless the camera actually makes the complete shutdown, because then I'll hear it. So, I missed a lot. I wasn't able to finish telling you what to do. I can't recall if I'd assembled the whole card. I think I did. When we put the Thinking of You piece on, I just put some glue on the back and glued it down to this piece right here. And I'm not certain if I showed you how to assemble, but basically just glue this entire piece onto the Whisper White cardstock cut at 5 1/4 by 10 1/2. Alright, I had fun making these. Thank you to Stamping Jill, Jill Olson, for the pattern, and I hope you guys had fun. Until we meet again, happy stamping!